Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be reviewing the LG 27UD88W 4K monitor with USB-C. The 27UD88 is a 27-inch IPS display with a native resolution of 3840 by 2160. The included USB-C input makes it ideal for use with Apple laptops. The front of the monitor has a black frame and there's a silver metal stand. The overall look is very clean and elegant with just the small LG logo on the bottom bezel in the middle. The curved stand is easy to attach by sliding two metal prongs into holes on the monitor body and then rotating it down until it clicks into place. It can be removed just as easily by pressing down on the button and rotating it up. There are also screw holes for a Visa mount. With the screen turned off, the bezels look very small, but after turning it on, you find that there is a black border of a few millimeters on each edge. The back of the monitor is a brilliant gloss white, which gives it a very clean look, and while it's not the thinnest panel in the world, it is quite slim at around 1.68 inches at the thickest point, not including the stand. On the back to the right of the stand, you'll find a range of inputs. Starting from the top left, we have USB Type-C, below that is DisplayPort 1.2, and then there are two HDMI 2.0 ports for 4K at 60Hz. At the top right are the two downstream USB 3 ports, then there's a 3.5mm audio port for speakers or headphones. This monitor has no built-in speakers of its own, and finally the 19V DC power input. There are a couple of important things to note about the USB-C connection, which I haven't seen mentioned in other reviews of this monitor. First, while the USB-C port on the monitor can supply power to a laptop at the same time as displaying the video signal, it only outputs a maximum of 60 watts. While that's fine for a 13-inch MacBook Pro or a MacBook Air, it means that if you're using a 15-inch MacBook Pro, it's not going to be getting sufficient power and the battery will drain slowly while it's in use. When editing 4K video or gaming on my 15-inch MacBook Pro while connected to this display, the battery slowly discharged over a period of a few hours. That means that it's necessary to have the power adapter plugged in as well as the monitor, which kind of destroys the dream of a single cable setup. Secondly, when using USB-C for video, the two USB 3 ports on the back of the monitor are reduced to USB 2 speed. That means that they're mostly useless for connecting external storage and only really useful for low bandwidth devices like keyboards and mice. Colors on this monitor are bright and vibrant. With over 99% coverage of the sRGB spectrum, this is an ideal monitor for video editors or photographers. Although LG marketed it as a 10-bit panel, it's actually 8-bit plus FRC, which uses a dithering method to approximate the additional 2 bits of color. While this is noticeably better than an 8-bit panel, it's not as good as a true 10-bit display. Viewing angles are very good, with little degradation in clarity or color, even at extreme viewing angles. LG quote a maximum viewing angle of 178 degrees. The amount of detail visible is quite amazing, especially if you're used to using a Full HD or QHD monitor. When looking at this 4K video of a bee, for example, even when zooming all the way in, every tiny hair on the bee is visible. This display is ideally suited to those involved in content creation. Whether you're editing 4K videos in Final Cut Pro 10 or photos in Lightroom, it's a joy to use. Gaming is another strength. If you have an AMD GPU, the monitor supports FreeSync, and there are 3 dedicated game modes which optimize settings for the best performance when gaming. The 5 millisecond gray-to-gray response time means that ghosting is minimal. The stand is easily adjustable. The monitor can be raised or lowered by about 15 centimeters with minimal effort, or rotated by 90 degrees for use in portrait mode. The menu can be accessed via a small joystick hidden on the bottom of the display beneath the LG logo. A single press brings up the quick menu with options to enable game mode, to change the input source, or to turn the monitor off. Pressing left here will bring up the main menu, which can be navigated using the joystick and gives you access to more in-depth settings like sharpness, contrast, brightness, color temperature, which can be set in Kelvin, or you can even alter the hue and saturation of the RGB and CMYK components individually for more precise control. Although this monitor has been out for a couple of years now, this means that the price has come down significantly since launch, making this now one of the best value 4K monitors available today. It's inevitable that within a few years other video connections like DisplayPort and HDMI will gradually be phased out in favour of the more modern USB-C. So buying a monitor with a USB-C input gives you some degree of future-proofing. The features are on par with other more recent 4K monitors, and its elegant design looks great on any desk. This is a good option for 4K gaming at 60Hz or for content creators looking for a USB-C capable 4K display with an excellent color range and flexible input options. If you own a 13-inch MacBook Pro or a newer MacBook Air with USB-C, I'd recommend this monitor without hesitation. For 15-inch or 16-inch MacBook Pro owners, however, the 60 watts of power supplied by the USB-C port isn't sufficient to keep the battery fully charged while doing heavy work like 4K video editing or gaming, and therefore you need to keep the charger connected at the same time. A minor annoyance perhaps, but worth noting. That's it for this video, thanks for watching.